Well, Texas Senator Ted Cruz says there's a good chance House Republicans will impeach President Biden if they win back the majority. Listen.
The Democrats weaponized impeachment. One of the real disadvantages of doing that, and this is something you and I talked about at great length, is the more you weaponize it and turn it into a partisan cudgel, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I think there are potentially multiple grounds to consider for impeachment. Probably the most compelling is the utter lawlessness of President Biden's refusal to enforce the border, his decision to just defy federal immigration laws.
With his insight is the newly elected ranking member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, Ohio Congressman Mike Turner. Congressman Turner is also a member of the House Armed Services Committee. Want to get your opinion on the odds of Republicans taking back the House and the Senate. Senator Cruz thinks that the odds are highly in the favor for the House, 90-10 and 50-50 for the Senate. What's your opinion?
Well, I can tell you, sitting in Ohio here, which is a bellwether state, I think people are very upset with what the Biden administration has done with inflation. People are seeing it at the gas pump. They're seeing it certainly at the grocery store. Very upset about what's happening at the border. The fact that the administration is not enforcing the laws and is allowing nearly 2 million people to cross over into the border. And of course, the crime spiraling out of control in the country. And then, of course, if you add in the what occurred with the debacle of Afghanistan and what has occurred in with the growing adventuresomeness of Russia and China, the threats to Ukraine, the threats to Taiwan that makes our nation very unsafe, I think people see that they need a change, and I think they're going to be voting Republican.
So Democrats impeached former President Trump twice. He was never removed by the Senate. But Democrats changed the standard for impeachment by doing so. Senator Cruz thinks, as we played in that clip, that Republicans should retaliate and try to impeach President Biden if they gain the majority. Should it be about retaliation, or has Biden actually done something that would warrant impeachment?
Well, you know, what Nancy Pelosi did with her trumped-up impeachments, which were absolutely a sham, she politicized impeachment. And I think it was a threat to the country. And what you don't do is you don't copy what others have done as a threat to the country, because then it becomes normalized. I think people are not looking for the Republicans to take power to take the country back to that politicization of impeachment. I believe that Biden's already being impeached in the public opinion by his failure as a president. So what we need to do is to show the alternative, show what we can do to stop their out of control spending that's resulting in inflation, strengthen our national security, hold the administration accountable so that our border is secure. Those are the types of things people are looking for us. But I think also, we don't copy what Nancy Pelosi was done. We should condemn what Nancy Pelosi did.
Congressman, before we let you go, I do want to congratulate you. As I mentioned at the top, you were just appointed to serve as the ranking member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. If and when Republicans do take back the majority after the midterms, what is your list of priorities?
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Well, I want to thank Kevin McCarthy certainly for his appointment and his confidence. He will be the next speaker, and certainly Devin Nunes in his leadership of the Intelligence Committee. He was a man for history. He showed us what was happening in the Russia hoax. But I think we need to turn this committee back to its focus of national security. We're coming off of the sole threat being terrorism attacks to the new threat of Russia and China and what they pose to our country. We need to look at national security issues, how we can make our country safer, and how we can build the strength that we're going to need to be able to oppose these two authoritarian regimes.